Yo, it is up. What is up? It is your boy Miguel Z with the New Japan Rebound podcast. We'll go ahead and shoot through the pleasantries real quick. We are under the umbrella of Value of Wrestling, which you can find on the link tree below, folks. We are live on YouTube. Yes, folks, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you catch my boys Big Time and Paul S doing your deep dives of Raw, Dynamite, and SmackDown, folks. Every week we have Mr. Paul S does this weekend in pro wrestling, and then the weekend preview, and then on the weekend, folks, he does your deep dives and catches you up on everything that has happened over the week, folks. So again, folks, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know what's coming, because every morning that's how you kick your day off. You got this day in wrestling history with my boy Big Time, folks. Big things is coming for Value of Wrestling. I know we're still working on getting an interview with our friend and a personal acquaintance, Mr. AJ Kirsch. We hope to get that interview with him sometime down the road as soon as possible. But right now, folks, if you see in the link tree below, there is also a link where you can go and click and vote for Mr. AJ Kirsch, who is doing Muscle and Fitness. He is right now doing a fundraiser for kids with cancer. We support AJ Kirsch in this endeavor, and we are hoping to see Mr. Kirsch take it all home. Now that those pleasantries are out of the way, folks, I'm your boy Miguel Z, and this is not your usual round. It's not your usual rebound, folks. I've actually decided to come on today, folks, and talk to you about a couple of things, because you know what? Our boy Jay White, our former IWGP and Intercontinental Champion, former IWGP Heavyweight Champion, former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, and of course, folks, he was your never Openweight Champion. I feel like we need to do a background check on him, because you know what, the way AEW has presented him as a stooge, and I don't feel like that's the way he should be presented, because he has got so much credibility to back him up. Right now, he's with the Gun Boys. He is your AEW Trios Champion, your Ring of Honor 6-man tag champion. He is the leader of Bullet Club Gold, folks, which is kind of concerning, because last time I checked, even though the Bullet Club namesake can go with him, he was exiled from Bullet Club. He was exiled from New Japan Pro Wrestling. I would know. I was at that show when the Mad King gave him his roses and sent him on packing. Folks, yes, Bullet Club Gold is his stable. He was a Bullet Club leader. I know we're waiting for Juice Robinson to get back off of injury, folks, because you know what? Damn it, if Bullet Club doesn't need him right now, it would be a good thing to have. But, folks, I'm going to go ahead and kind of take a deep dive in here real quick, because as a kid from the UK, that's where he was from. He wrestled for All Star Wrestling. And that led to him getting into New Japan Pro, working alongside of Prince Devitt, also known as Finn Balor. He had definitely made waves in 2015 when he stepped into NJPW. 2015, 2016, joining Team Chaos, where he was alongside Kazuchika Okada. Later on, heading into Ring of Honor, where he had teamed with the Motor City Machine Guns, winning the tag titles, the 6-man tag belts with them, having matches with Leo Rush, Jonathan Gresham. Even wrestling the late Jay Briscoe into a time limit draw, which is beautiful, because you know what, Jay Briscoe was a hell of a worker, and he is sorely missed today by fans, friends, and family. They're just it's not the same seeing his brother on TV without him. But you know what? Mark Briscoe's doing good for himself. He's doing big things for himself. We've got he has won multiple titles with Ring of Honor. Heading the Rev Pro Wrestling, being their heavyweight champion for a stint. He was there from 2016 to 2017. Returning to New Japan in 2017, where he had defeated the now president of New Japan Pro Wrestling, El Presidente Hiroshi Tanahashi, for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship at Wrestle Kingdom 12. This was great because it gave him a standout. That following day after Wrestle Kingdom, he had teased joining Bullet Club, then betrayed Kenny Omega by attacking him with a Blade Runner. Later, Chaos Faction took offense to that, taking on Bullet Club, and yeah, that's where that came to be. He has defeated Omega for the IWGP United States Heavyweight title. Yeah, that's his title runs in the New Japan are good. They were solid. They meant something. The Intercontinental title meant something, as does the Global Championship now that is being held as we speak by one David Finlay. It's a good thing that we have another secondary belt other than the U.S. title. I feel that the New Japan needs it. He was Jay White was the leader of Bullet Club from 2018 to 2023. I mean, scouting Gato, who was also Okada's frontman. Gato turning on Okada, becoming Jay White's frontman for the longest time. Jay White has held wins over Kazuchika Okada on multiple occasions at Wrestle Kingdoms. For a minute there, it seemed like Okada was never going to defeat Jay White until, I want to say right before, I think it was either 2020 or 2021 is when Okada finally got his win back from Jay White, which was stellar, and it meant something. He has been your G1 winner 2019. Had a solid reign for that. That's when he was willing to wrestle for the title and potentially losing said belt. He had a small absence during 2020, during the pandemic years, because it's just, those were hard years for any wrestling company, if you think about it, because they were kind of tied to their own country, stateside, or held up in hotels during tapings to an audioless audience, clap only crowds, as Will Ospreay has stated numerous times he had to perform in front of, and which was very sad. But those were the times that we were in, tried to get through something we had no understanding about. But back to Jay White, I mean, he had a small stint in Impact Wrestling from 21 to 22. Then taking on, after his send-off from New Japan, taking his final bow, ended up with All Elite Wrestling, returned to ROH in 2022. Yes, folks, he is not presented as what he once was, and it's sad, because he meant so much more to the New Japan fans than what we are given, and it's sad. And I mean, folks, if you see me on video You see me live on the weekly roundups, or when I decide to poke my head in on some of the reviews that we do with Mr. Clark and Big Time. You see that I have a Jay White flag, and I wave that proudly because I am a supporter of Jay White as a person, as a performer. But the direction that our current booking in AEW has presented him, it's sad. And yes, I go on rants about it all the time, but coming from where I've seen him in his career to where he's at now, it's sad to me, and I feel like I need to speak up about that for the New Japan fans, because that we know better. We've seen him do better, and we've seen him in a different light. But folks, I mean, what else? What else can we say? I mean, we can only hope that things go uphill and better now than where he once was. But I'll go ahead and we can talk about his title reigns, because I got it right here, his championships and accomplishments, just so we can give Tony Khan a knock at his door and tell him, present this man better, because we know we can do better. Ring of Honor 6-man tag, one time and current, with Oscar and Colton Gunn. Pro Wrestling Illustrated ranked number 12 in the top 500 in 2019. New Japan Pro Wrestling, IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, IWGP Heavyweight Champion, IWGP Intercontinental Champion, Never Openweight Champion, IWGP United States Champion, 5th New Japan Triple Crown Champion, first ever New Japan Grand Slam Champion, and then an All Elite, your Trios Champion, current Trios Champion. But folks, the credentials of this man needs to be presented seriously. And Mr. Khan, all we ask you is to give us the Switchblade as we know and love to see this man perform. We know you can do better, Mr. Khan. I don't like dogging on AEW, and I don't like talking bad about AEW, but as a wrestling fan and a podcaster, I feel like I have to stand up for this, because we know it was better. It could be better. It was better. AEW was selling out arenas prior to the pandemic. Now we're getting roughly 6,000-7,000 in an event in a venue of 15. It's just an empty venue now, and folks, we know that AEW can do better, and we can hope AEW does better. And like I said before, folks, I'm not here to bash AEW. I'm not here to bash Tony Khan. I'm not even here to talk bad about the product. I'm only here to sit here and give you the information of how Jay White needs to be portrayed going forward, because we know Jay White is better than what we see. And AEW is not presenting him in that light, and it really, really hurts, because we know AEW can do better. And like I said, folks, I'm not here to bash the company. I'm here to say I want the company to succeed. I want there to be an option for wrestling fans, because let's face it, folks, WWE is not everyone's cup of tea, and it never has been. The era I grew up in, we had WCW, and yes, a lot of people millions watched WCW over WWE at the time, but that was their cup of tea. I mean, Impact Wrestling, that was someone else's cup of tea. Ring of Honor, before bought out, was someone else's cup of tea. I mean, folks, we can love and enjoy wrestling. We can back up our promotion, but when a promotion is doing bad, or if they are showing a wrestler in a bad light, folks, you guys aren't afraid to call it out. Neither am I. We are all wrestling fans here, and we will go to bat for our respected companies. I unfortunately can't pick a favorite because of what I do here for you folks, but I will tell you, I do enjoy wrestling, and when wrestling is good, I praise it. But when wrestling is bad, I'll call that out too. And trust me, I'm not a I'm not just backing up one company. I've talked I've called every company out when they have presented wrestlers bad or when things are rough. And Mr. Clark and Big Time have done the same. But folks, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm talking your guys' ear off. And I mean, do I apologize for it? A little. But when I'm annoyed about something, I have to get something off my chest. This was it. And Jay White, we know, can do better. The Bang Bang Gang, we know, can do better. Bullet Club Gold, that banner means something. That BC logo means something. And Tony Khan is making an absolute joke of it. All I'm asking is, Mr. Khan, Tony, Mr. Bookerman, do better. And we've always laid out the challenge of Mr. Khan, or the ones we call the EVPs, the tampon bucks. Y'all know we post our links on there all the time, folks. And I'm telling you, if you guys want to talk, meet us on the media side of it. We can have a conversation. Yes, we do talk like we do, but at the end of the day, folks, we just want wrestling to be better for everyone. We want everyone to have their own promotion that they can be proud of. So, folks, that is my soapbox. That is my rundown of the Switchblade Jay White. I'm your boy Miguel Z. This has been the New Japan Rebound podcast. Folks, like I said before, like, comment, subscribe, share, ring the notification bell so you know what is coming, folks. And as always, folks, I'll catch you again on the Rebound.